Hello, it's me, Shelly. Boy, it's been a hard week. I feel like I haven't even had time to like reflect from last week. So this week was like super hard because I just had to keep going. And I'm not blaming it on anyone else, but it's kind of hard, at least for me, to like really take time for myself if we have like company or someone in my space. So it kind of was a hard week for me. And then I haven't had time to really unpack my thoughts. And so I've been extremely emotional. And the last few days I have been overstimulated. So I wasn't able to refresh my hair. So at work, this is what it was. It was like, hey, Shelly. But yeah, I never experienced being overstimulated like that before, because like I shut down. It was pretty bad. Uh, and we had company here, so I felt bad too because I couldn't be as proactive and be as involved, and I was distant, and people start being like, oh, like, is this something I did? And like, no, it's not you, it's me thinking about all the things that I was excited about, my goals, things that I wanted to achieve, and just looking at my life as not lining up. And I'm really sad about it. I'm not depressed, but I am sad about it. And like, specifically with work wise, I've been frustrated, and I feel as though, as I mentioned before, I feel like my supervisor has it out for me now. And it kind of sucks because I'm a hard worker and I've been working hard, and now all of a sudden I feel as though I'm being micromanaged, which I wasn't before. And so I gotta have a tough conversation, which I get emotional around. So I'm trying to figure out how to have that tough conversation without being emotional, because I am an emotional person. Um, but honestly, for me, I feel like the emotional side is where the honesty is, where the tear flows and stuff. But someone wrote the rule of not being emotional at work, but it's supposed to be come as you are, right? So we'll see how that conversation goes. Um, but even on the personal side, I've been struggling. Like, I talked to my cousin about this. Like, I'm struggling to, and I know a lot of people do has this too, where reality doesn't line up to expectations. And for me, I've been struggling with that for a while, but like, it recently hit me again. And so on top of like having people here, it's like overstimulated, and it's like I can't do anything. I can't deal with these feelings that I'm having. And so with the expectation versus reality, um, it's things that I want to achieve or things that I want out of life, and it seems as though it's not in the cards for me. And so I'm I'm sad, but I'm trying not to live in the sadness. I'm trying to push forward and deal with it for a moment, but really take hold and just press forward. But this week has been tough, and I feel like last week rolled into this week, and the weather and life, right? So trying to be grateful for what I have, and I guess, lower expectations for future things. I don't know. I feel as though I think it's okay to have goals and dreams and expectations, and I think for me though it's hard when it don't happen. I'm frustrated, I'm upset, I'm sad because it doesn't look the way I want it to look. And like when it happens a lot around the same time, like where it feels like the ground is like becoming undone underneath me, I I panic. And so, defense mechanism. Like I'm defensive and I'm trying to like protect what I can protect. Everything that's in arm's reach, I'm trying to take hold of. But what if I'm supposed to just go with the flow? What would it look like if when the ground starts to crumble up under me that I fall with it? Will I land? Will I will it be like a new territory? What happens in that unknown space? Instead of fighting it, you go with it. I don't know, but I want to try it. I want to try something new. But I want to not be so hard on myself this time around. Like, I think it's okay for me to cry about it, cry about those expectations. And I think it's fine to continue to plan on things that I want. It's just how to manage those expectations. So I want to cry. But just trying to play with the cards that have been dealt and just keep it pushing. I feel like I never really have time though to sit with those things. So I don't know. Hopefully next week will be easier. So thanks for listening to this rant, and I will see you in the next one.